The former president of ACI Financial Markets Association in the Middle East, Mr. Mohammed Al Hashemi. How would you describe yourself to them?
I would like to describe myself as someone who is passionate.
Now, what made you get involved in this in the first place?
I have always believed that professionals in the financial markets need a platform where they can learn, exchange ideas, and build relationships.
But over the last 20 years, which changes have surprised you the most?
Markets today are much faster, more connected, and more technology-driven.
Mr. Mohammed, you've definitely given all of our podcast members some fantastic information today, and I'd like to thank you for that. Thank you for joining us today. Hello everyone and welcome to the UAE FMA Podcast. I'm Paul Chalmers. Today I have, and I'm very honored to have, a great guest for the podcast. What he has done in the industry is exemplary, and he's been in this industry for over 30 years. I'm joined by someone who has actually 3 decades at the center of finance and treasury in this region. He is a former senior director of global markets and treasury at Emirates MDB. He's the former president of ACI Financial Markets Association in the Middle East, and for the past 7 years has been chairman of the UAE Financial Markets Association and has guided them during that time. Mr. Mohammed Al Hashemi, welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Paul.
Mohammed, thanks for being here. Now, before we talk about markets and treasury, let's start simple. If someone meets you for the first time, how would you describe yourself to them?
Okay. I would like to describe myself as someone who is passionate about the financial market and treasury and also developing people. I have spent most of my career in this industry, and I really enjoy learning, meeting people, and sharing experience have gained over years.
Now, you've spent your entire career in the financial markets. What attracted you to this industry in the first place?
I think what attracted me most was the financial markets itself are always changing. Every day is different, and you have to keep learning and adopting. I enjoyed the combination of economies, market risk, and working with people. It was challenging, but also very exciting also at the same time.
All right, so if we look back at when you started, so a little while ago, in the early 90s, I believe it was, did you always know this was the career that you want?
No, to be honest, not. But when I started in the early career in the 19s, I didn't have a very clear picture of where the career would take me. But as I become more involved in treasury and the financial markets, I found that I really enjoyed the work. Over time, I realized this was the industry where I wanted to build my career.
Okay, so you spent 26 years with Emirates MDB, and you moved from the treasury back office all the way through actually to senior director of global markets and treasury, a very senior role. What did that journey teach you?
It taught me that a career is a journey, and every stage has something to teach. So every stage we learn something new. I started in the treasury back office and moved through the different roles until reaching a senior director, global markets and treasury. I learned that technical knowledge is important, but teamwork, integrity, leadership, and developing people are just as important.
Okay, so treasury, people don't often understand what treasury is. Treasury is often seen as a very technical field. So how would you explain what treasury actually is to someone outside of the banking industry, very simply?
If you're taking in the simple terms, treasury is about managing money, liquidity, funding, and financial risk. In a bank, you need to make sure that you have the right liquidity at the right time while managing risk such as interest rate and foreign exchange. So treasury is really at the center of many important financial decisions.
So people may think of treasury as quite boring, but let's look at it in a different way. What makes treasury such an exciting profession?
For me, it is a fact that no two days are exactly the same. Markets moves, economies change and new risk and opportunity appears all the time. You have to stay alerted, make decisions, and continuously learning. That is what makes it exciting, in my opinion.
Very good. Now, you completed your MSc in the UK, so back from my country of origin. But then you went back to INSEAD in 2019. Now, that's almost 30 years into your career. So why keep studying?
I believe learning should never stop. Even so, I'm not actually in the university to learn, but the learning is something that need to be continued. The market changes, the world changes, and we have to change with it. Going back to study gives the opportunity to look at the things from a different perspective and learn from people with very different experiences. I still use that mindset today.
Okay. If we look at the UAE Financial Markets Association, you've guided and chaired that since 2009. Now, what made you get involved in this in the first place?
I have always believed that professionals in the financial markets need a platform where they can learn, exchange ideas, and build relationships. That's one of the reason, and that was one of the reason I become involved in the UAE FMA. Over the years, I become more committed and convinced because I saw the positive impact the association could have on the industry and on the professionals working in this industry.
Okay, so if we look at UAE FMA, what does UAE FMA do for financial professionals here in the UAE now?
UAE FMA is actually a platform for the financial professionals. We focus on the professionals' development, education, knowledge sharing, networking, and connecting the UAE financial market community with the wider international community. Our goal is to help develop a stronger and more knowledgeable financial markets industry in the UAE.
Okay, so we've talked about the UAE. Let's have a little look at something a little bit more global now. Also president of the ACI Financial Markets Association for the Middle East, yeah. And that's a body with members across dozens of countries around the world. What does that global connection bring back to this region?
It gives us a much broader perspective. Financial markets are global. So it is very important to understand what is happening in other markets and countries. The international connections allows us to exchange knowledge and best practice and bring global experience back to the professionals in our region.
Now, if that wasn't enough to do, you have also run the Advanced Studies and Training Center in Dubai since 2000. Now, why is education and training so personal for you?
I believe education gives people confidence and creates opportunities. Financial markets are continually evolving, so professionals need to keep developing their knowledge and skills. I also believe in being young people giving the young people the right foundations they need at earliest stage in their careers, because that can make a big differences to their future.
So what makes the UAE such an important financial hub in the world today?
The UAE has built a very strong financial ecosystem. We have a world-class infrastructure, strong financial institutions, an international business environment, and a strategic location connecting east to west. What I also find very important is the UAE's vision and its willingness to embrace innovations, technology, and international talents.
If we look at young graduates just coming out now, and they wanted to build a career in Treasury or financial markets, where should they start?
I would say start by building strong foundations. Learn the basic of economics, financial markets, accounting and risk. But don't only focus on the qualification. Try to get practical experience, ask questions, learn from experienced people, and build your network. And the most important, be patient. A good career takes time.
Okay, are there any skills maybe that are more important now than they used to be?
Technology and data skills are becoming increasingly important as well as the ability to understand and use AI. But I think communication and relationship skills are still very important. The best professionals will be those who can combine a strong technical knowledge and good judgment and the ability to work with people.
If we look beyond the technical knowledge that you've so precisely explained to us, what personal qualities make someone now successful in the business?
For me, integrity is one of that. Financial markets are built on trust. You also need curiosity because you have to become and keep learning, and resilience also. Yes. One of the area, because things don't always go according to plan, and finally you need to be a good team player. Success in the industry is rarely achieved alone.
Okay, so markets never stand still, especially, trading the markets at the moment as I do. They are very hot for very different reasons. But over the last 20 years, which changes have surprised you the most?
The speed of the change has probably surprised me the most. Markets today are much faster, more connected, and more technology driven. When I started, information moves instantly, and events is in one part of the world can have an impact almost immediately somewhere else. The pace of change has been really remarkable.
So how has technology itself changed the way that Treasury and dealing rooms actually work?
Technology has completely transformed the way we work in Treasury. When I started, many processes were manual, and information moved much more slowly. Today we have real-time data, electronic trading, automation, and much more sophisticated risk management system. We have gained speed and efficiency, but we also need to make sure we don't basically lose the human judgment. That is so important in financial market too.
Talking about human judgment, let's look at artificial intelligence judgment then. From what you've seen so far of AI, how do you see it benefiting and generally helping our profession?
I think AI can really help a lot with analyzing large amounts of data, identifying patterns, improving efficiency, and supporting risk management. It can help professionals make better informed decisions. But I don't believe AI should replace human judgment entirely. In financial markets, the experience, accountability, and judgment will always remain very important.
If we look at the length of time that you've been in your career, what still motivates you to get up in the morning?
Today, what motivates me is the opportunity to continue and give something back. After many years in the industry, I feel that my experience can be useful to others, particularly the younger generation. I enjoy supporting professionals, developing the financial market community, and helping the UAE continue to grow as a financial center.
Is there one piece of advice that you wish somebody had given you at the start of your career?
I would say don't be in too much for a hurry to reach the top. So, so sometimes you need to focus on learning and doing every job to the best of your ability, build your knowledge, your reputation, and your relationships. Opportunity will come, but you need to be prepared when they do come.
Now, you're a very busy man. You've done an awful lot. But when you go home, how do you like to switch off?
I enjoy spending time with family and friends, and I like to take some time away from the busy environment of work. I also enjoy traveling and meeting people. For me, the important things is to have a good balance between work and time where I can be reachable for me also.
I understand. Now, again, this November, I was very lucky to speak at the last event and
Yes.
got to know you very well. But this November, UAE FMA, they host the 6th GCC Financial Markets and Treasury Conference here in Dubai. What makes this event special? Because I really enjoyed it last year.
Yes, it is indeed interesting. What makes it special, and it brings the financial markets and treasury community together in one place. It gives a professional the opportunity to exchange view, decision, the issue affecting our industry, and hear from experts and leaders from the regional and international. It is really about bringing the community together. And along with this conference, we also announcing the award for the three categories of the business, which is banking, brokerage, and fintech. And these awards will be given to all the winners during the last day of the gala dinner during the 6th GCC Financial Market and Treasury Conference.
Okay, wow, that is a fantastic increase again to what you're doing.
Yes,
and I applaud you for I applaud you for adding that, because people do a lot of work, and it's nice when you see some reward. You
Yes.
know, and people getting awards for doing things, to the best of their ability is excellent. I'm glad you're adding that.
Thank you.
Now, what could delegates experience here that maybe they wouldn't be able to experience somewhere else in a different conference?
I think it is the combination of knowledge, networking, and the opportunity to have a meaningful conversation with the people from across the industry. You can listen to experts on a stage, but often the most valuable discussions happen during the networking and the informal conversation around the event.
What I noticed last year when I joined was the level of people who were coming to the event to speak. And for somebody who is still deciding maybe, why should they register for this?
If you are working in the treasury and financial markets, banking, investment, and related areas, which are many also, including brokerage, fintech, this is a great opportunity to learn, network, and be part of the conversation about the future of our industry. I believe really the value is not only in the sessions, but also in the relationships and the connections you build during the conference. So that's have more value to participants.
I have to admit, to everyone listening to us at the moment, it was the first time that I attended that conference last year. And the only way I can describe it is it blew me away. The information, the level of the speakers, the networking that happened during that event was pretty incredible. So let me just give you all the information, because you really need to be there. And I want to give you information on how you would sign up for that. Now, this is the 6th GCC Financial Markets and Treasury Conference. And it's on the 19th and 20th of November, 2026. So not far away. And it's here in Dubai. And the details and registration are at gccfmt.com. So you need to go there as soon as possible, and please get registered, because this is going to be an event that when you attend, you are not going to forget. Now, finally, we've come towards the end of all these questions that I've asked you, Mr. Mohammed. If you could leave our audience with just one message today, what would it be?
My message would be that the financial markets are constantly evolving, and that creates opportunity for all of us, and I encourage young professionals to keep learning, stay alerted, and build their careers and integrity. And I encourage experienced professionals to share their knowledge and support new and next generations. If we do that together, we can continue building a strong and internationally respected financial markets community in the UAE and in the region too.
Well, Mr. Mohammed, you've definitely given all of our podcast members some fantastic information today, and I'd like to thank you for that. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure. I personally, and I'm sure everybody, wants to wish you and UAE FMA a very successful conference in November. And thank you for everybody joining as well. Mr. Mohammed, thank you. It's been
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure having interview with you, and thank you very much.
Until the next one. Thank you, everybody.